Hi friends! I am really excited today because I am about to do something that I have been wanting to do for a long time, which is a pick-a-card reading. And I am feeling called to do this because at the time of this video being filmed, we are gradually moving toward the April 2024 solar eclipse. And we just experienced on March 25th a lunar eclipse, and I'm seeing this time between the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse as a interesting void. I see it as a bit of a portal where it's a good time to tune in and see where we are in life and what we're moving toward, and see if we can use the cards to guide any reflection that could be useful to us. So if you've never done a pick a card reading, this is card 1, card 2, card 3. Go ahead and choose the card that is calling your name, 1, 2, or 3, and then go to the timestamps below in the description box and click on the link that leads you to your chosen deck, and I will see you there. Okay, deck 1, if you chose this card, this will be your reading. This card right here, this will be your signifier. Once I turn this over and start talking about it, if it sounds applicable to you, you can go ahead and keep listening. This will be your reading. If it doesn't really resonate, then you can go ahead and choose a different deck or try a different day. Alrighty, so the first card we have here is contract. The first thing I notice is a woman who is balancing some scales. This could signify that you are in a time where you are reviewing the choices you've made in the past and how they're affecting your situation today. The fact that she is blindfolded also reminds me of the Two of Swords, which is a card of indecision. Perhaps you are standing at a crossroads and you're trying to figure out what your next direction to take. The main message I'm gleaning from this card that's coming through to me right now is I'm called to remind you that there's no such thing as making a wrong decision. I know that sounds strange, but what matters more than the decision you end up making is the confidence with which you move forward from that decision. So pay attention to your mindset, your stoked factor. Try not to overthink things. Sometimes when we overthink, we are blinded from making a decision that is aligned with the direction our heart really wants to take in life. So if you're in a time in which you're about to enter a contract, a commitment, if you're making decisions, if you're collaborating with others, if you're in a time of review, this could be your reading. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else we have to say about that. All right. So group 1, what is the message that is most helpful for you to hear right now? What's this decision that you're making? What are you weighing? What are you getting involved in? I'm getting the sense that you are at a place where you are at a crossroads and you're not really sure which direction to take. And there could be some overthinking. I'm going to read, I was going to say I'm going to read the book to hear what the author of this deck had to say about it, but you know what, sometimes the message just comes through better without the book sometimes, if that makes sense. All right, my friend, what is the message that you need to hear? Tell me more about this. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. What is your message? Yeah, I'm getting the sense that you are overthinking, you are a little afraid. Maybe you're in a spot where you have a certain desire or goal or thing that you're working towards, but you're not quite sure how you're gonna get there. And you could be, not quite trusting yourself. Yeah. I'm feeling some distrust here. So how can we get our trust back? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So 7 of Swords. I just said I'm feeling distrust, and then the 7 of Swords just came out, which is generally a card that indicates there might be somebody not quite trustworthy in your life, or perhaps you yourself are lying to yourself in some way. One last card here. What can we do about that? Okay, this is a pretty big reading here. Whenever I get major arcana cards here, that usually indicates to me that you're working on a big life theme or lesson right now, and it's coming to me. Pretty sure the reason why you're having such a hard time making decisions, why you're overthinking things, is because you're not quite trusting yourself. Self-trust comes from embodiment, head shift changes. You know what my advice is? You need to get into your body. If you are having a hard time making decisions, if deciding on what you're going to commit to is stressing you out, you need to stop thinking about it right now. Stop thinking and get into your body. Go for a walk, go into nature. Your body is nature, so just take a big deep breath and feel the sensation of the inhale, feel the sensation of the exhale. Let some sort of tension go and give yourself time. Be gentle with yourself right now. The star indicates to me that you might be struggling to feel a sense of hope. Like I mentioned earlier, there might be a goal or a dream that you are working towards, but you don't know how you're going to make that quantum leap from where you are to where you want to be. And the ultimate thing that the cards are telling me that you need to do in order to make that quantum leap is to work on your self-trust. And to work on your self-trust, get into your body. Find a modality of movement or meditation that helps you tap into your intuition. I think the mind is a very useful tool to help you make decisions, but sometimes it can spin out of control with a, thought loop. And the mind can get you stuck sometimes. And it's clear to me that I think you are telling yourself a story that doesn't have to be true, that's creating a certain situation in life, that's creating a sense of fear, it's creating a sense of insecurity, which is putting you in a freeze mode and an inability to make decisions that will help you move forward. And in order to get out of that stuck place, you have to realize that it's up to you. You kind of have to force yourself out of the garden of comfort and do something different to shake yourself up. My suggestion is go for a walk today. Take a moment and hear the sound of a bird's call. Do yoga. Honestly, do some yoga stretches. There's lots of videos on YouTube and lots of platforms in which you can learn breathing exercises. Yoga, breathing exercises, mindful movement, listening and hearing for nature. Those are all activities that you can do to become a little bit more grounded within yourself and a little bit more embodied. I mean, I can go on about what these cards mean, but as I'm looking at them, the messages are just coming. This is the situation. I think there's a story that you're telling yourself that's old and it doesn't need to be told anymore, and it's embedded in a patterned way of thinking that you have, and it's keeping you stuck in a place of feeling like you're not quite ready to jump into the next up leveling of your life, but you are. You're feeling like you're not quite ready to rise out of the decisions that you've made in the past. You have to remember that your past does not define you. You are new at every single moment. Be born again in this moment. Rise up. You are being called to rise up, but you're not answering the call, which is why this is reversed. So there it is, my friend. That is your reading. If this resonated with you, then I hope it really helped you. The main points that I want to reiterate here is you might be having a hard time committing to things in your life or making decisions that help you move forward on a path that is aligned with your heart's desire. You are afraid to move forward on the path of your heart's desire because you don't know how you are going to forge that path. But what you need to do to forge that path is work on your own self-trust. Work on trusting yourself. Work on trusting your body. Work on trusting your mental capacities. And the way to work on that self-trust is to pause for a moment, pause your thought, use activities that help you pause that stream of thought, such as breathing, yoga, walking through nature, mindful moments, pouring yourself a cup of tea, and just being in the moment. Work on your mindfulness and work on getting out of your head and into your body to help you find some clarity and to expand your perspective so you can look at your situation with a fresh lens to help you decide the best step forward. Remember that there's no wrong direction you could go. What you need to do is step forward with confidence, embodied in yourself, rooted and grounded in your body and with the earth. There's something you're not trusting, but it's something that you can fix. And I wish you all the best. I'm going to pull one more message, one more card. We shall see how it is. One last piece of advice from the Opal Oracle deck. Here we go. All right, what is the last thing that you need to hear that will button up this message and help it become clear? This one is the one. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. This is the underlying situation. This is the feature here that is keeping you from moving on into that next up leveling of your life. You are so ready to move into that place in your life that you've been wanting your whole life. And there's a reason why we have this self-trust issue. The reason is that a long time ago you were handed this old story, this old and untrue story that you are not worth what you want. You need to get clear on what you want and feel your worth. You deserve goodness. You are worthy of love and blessings. It is your birthright, regardless of your belief. Grace, guidance, and gifts created just for you await your open heart. Remember, there's no wrong way to move forward. You just got to move forward and learn as you go. That's the way. Be open, be joyful, tap into those activities that help you find clarity in your mind, and you've got this. All right, see you next time. Hello, my deck 2 friends. If you chose deck 2, this card, this rose quartz crystal, this will be your reading. This card here will be your signifier. Once I turn it over and talk about it, if it sounds applicable to you, if it resonates, this will most likely be your reading, so continue to tune in. So the first card we have here is Angel of Love. This card to me represents self-love. Perhaps you're going through a time in which you are realizing the key to your life, the key to everything you want in life comes from filling your cup yourself. Maybe you have just realized that you have to give yourself what you've always wanted. Maybe be the parent that you always wanted, be the friend that you've always wanted to yourself. Perhaps you are on a journey of learning how to hold your own hand as you move through life. It's time to turn inward, my friend. If you are feeling called to turn inward and learn how to fill your cup, learn what self-care is, learn how to love yourself. I know, man, it's even hard for me to say because this is something that I have a hard time with in life. Perhaps if I was choosing this pick a card, perhaps this could be my deck. We'll see. So if you are in a time of your life in which you're curious about self-care, self-love, wanting to be kinder to yourself, because you know you can never pour from an empty cup. So if you're looking for ways to fill your cup, feel better in life, to feel a little bit more zest in your life, to start resonating from your heart, this reading might be for you. So we're gonna shuffle some more cards from the tarot, and we're gonna see if there are any other helpful messages that you might hear today. Let's see what they say. What is going on with deck 2 today? What is going on with deck 2 and what is the most helpful thing that we can hear in this moment? And my friends, this is the one here. Okay. All right. Okay, so perhaps in the past you've been feeling like it's your work, worldly work, that is what gives you worth. it seems to me that you've been working a whole long time to build this personal empire, if you will, this empire of material things. And perhaps you've been looking for a sense of security in the world through building material things. Perhaps it's your house, your car, your job that helps give you this sense of security and self-worth. When I think you might be at the precipice of a time where you're realizing there might be more to it than that. So this is also telling me that once you add this missing piece of realizing your own worth in filling your own cup, so to speak, getting quiet, listening to your thoughts, feeling your feelings, getting to know yourself on a deeper level. Once you learn that you are not your work and that there's more to you than what you put out in the world, once you learn how to sit quietly and just observe how you feel and what you're thinking, and once you learn how to take care of yourself rather than your worldly things that you have built, once you realize that you are your own job, you are your most important job, and once you learn how to tend to yourself in the same way that you tend to others and your work, I think you're going to get lots of new hits of inspiration. I think learning how to give yourself the care and love that you need, learning about yourself, learning who you are in this moment will unlock a lot of inspiration and ideas in your life. I'm going to get a little bit more information on that. So, yeah, I'm just feeling and sensing an individual that is really freaking good at doing worldly stuff. Like perhaps you've built a great social network. Perhaps you've built your own business in your life. Perhaps you have built a beautiful home for yourself and your family. There's something in the world that you've been working for and working towards that you have attached yourself to because you have attached your identity and sense of self-worth to, but you're realizing that it's actually this work you're doing currently is making you feel tired. And this fatigue is causing you to realize maybe there's more to life than material things. Maybe I need to actually figure out who I am, because who I am is not what I've been working for. Maybe I am this whole separate entity, separate from what I've been building. And yeah, I think you're in a stage of self-discovery. You're in a stage of self-discovery. There's way more to you. I think you are on the precipice of unlocking a well from within. And what's coming to me now is I would like to see you engage in activities that you enjoyed as a child. That could be like making daisy chains in a field on a warm, sunny spring day. That could be, taking your dog for a walk, or throwing the ball for your dog, watching a happy dog run through a field, or climbing a tree. I don't care how old you are, be careful, obviously, but do something that really lit you up as a kid. Doodle, just take out a pen and piece of paper and draw something. I feel like you've been real serious for a long time, and part of you learning how to take care of yourself, part of you learning all about self-care is, goodness, figuring out who you are right now. This is so good. That just fell out. They're like, stop talking, just get to the cards. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed here. Wow, we've got Pentacles and Wands. This is like, I don't plan this. You don't make this up. All right, yeah. Something's telling me to tell you to just take a break. I think you need to take a break from what you've been doing. There is a sense of fear. There's a sense of fear when it comes to taking a break from your work. You're afraid that everything will fall apart if you step away from what you've been working on. And that is okay. Sometimes you need to let things fall apart in order to see clearly what is for you and what is not for you. So what could serve you right now is to take a step away from this project you've been working on, even if it's just for a day or just for 5 minutes or an hour. Maybe just take a breath and clear your head. And something's telling me that you will gain some clarity if you take a break on the direction you've really been working towards. Perhaps you've been working towards this one thing for so long, just out of habit. I think you need to break your habit right now and start fresh with something. There is a sense of defensiveness or a sense of insecurity that you're going to have to work through, because that is an untrue story. I think don't be afraid of putting yourself in a little bit of a void. Don't be afraid of getting on the airplane and taking that vacation. Don't be afraid of stepping away from what you knew for a little bit. And I think you will get a fresh sense of ideas and inspiration if so. All right, I'm going to pull one more card. Your final message here. This was a brief reading, but basically the message that's coming through for me to you, group 2, is you really need to start learning how to fill your own cup, because the way that you've been going so far is just not really sustainable. You are a really good worker. You're really good at bringing things into life, and it would serve you at this moment. Take a break, take a breather. Comfort. Yeah, show yourself some love. Wow, don't these two cards just totally go together here? Show yourself some love and the angel of love. Be kind to yourself. A part of you needs comforting right now. Whatever unease you're feeling, it's okay to drop expectations and seek solace. So that really does go with what I was just saying about taking a break from what you've been working on here. Trip up the pattern. You're in a holding pattern right now, and I think you need to break it by stepping away for a moment, finding a place of comfort. Go to a beautiful garden. Go to bed, really. Don't feel bad about just dropping whatever you're doing right now and getting underneath the covers, taking a big deep breath. You strike me as a person that has a hard time with that. Like, I don't think you're a day napper. Like, you might not be the type of person that can just let yourself lay down on the couch and take a nap in the middle of the day. I don't see you as somebody like that, but I promise a little bit of rest can bring you some clarity. And I think the self-care that you need right now is to give yourself some nurturing comfort. Like this, I'm not getting the sense that this is time to step outside of your comfort zone, but to kind of go even deeper into an even comfier zone. Don't be afraid to Netflix and chill for tonight. Yeah, give yourself some comfort, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, my friends. Self-love, comfort, taking a break, detaching yourself from everything that you knew because you were about to launch yourself in a new direction and you need some clarity. Comfort will help you find that clarity. Okay, bye friends. Hello, my deck 3 friends. If you chose deck 3 and this lovely stone here, this will be your reading. So this first card right here, this will be your signifier. Once I turn this over and start talking about it, tune in. If it feels right for you, if I say something applicable or if something resonates, this will be your reading. So, I'm going to turn this around. Sometimes I leave it inverted, sometimes I just need to turn it around. Oh, you've got 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So the 6th chakra corresponds with the 3rd eye. Wow, this is pretty powerful. Obviously, I'm going to say the obvious message here is you might be going through a time in which you're feeling called to tap in more to your intuition, to turn your gaze inward, maybe start doing exercises that help you quiet down, start listening to the silence behind the thoughts, and maybe perhaps start working on opening up your 6th chakra. I am actually going to read from the corresponding book and see what the message is here. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. Right now in this moment, I'm feeling called to give us more info from the book. Clarity of thought, personal vision. This very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra. you know what, I'm pronouncing chakra wrong. It's chakra, or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process. I'm going to go ahead and, this did come out reversed, so I'm going to go ahead and read the reverse too, just in case it's applicable. This card reversed admonishes you to get clear. You may have been lost in confusion and had unclear or distorted thinking. But even in this state of mental chaos has been going on for quite some time, your lack of personal direction can be turned around. Take off the blinders and widen your perspective. Visualize the life you want to live and the person you want to be, and make that your intention. I'm going to go ahead and pause here and let you know if you also felt called to deck 1's reading, go ahead and watch that after this one. We'll see how things go, but basically the main message here is, just like deck 1, I'm getting the sense that you might want to be working on your clarity. Perhaps you are also in a time of your life in which you are facing decisions that you're feeling pretty uncertain about. Maybe something's blocked from helping you see clearly right now. And we need to figure out what that blockage is and how we can remove it so you can expand your perspective and see your life and your situation with a little bit more clear vision. So let's go ahead and shuffle some more cards and see what comes out for you. So deck 3. What is the message that is most helpful for you to receive? Okay. Oh my goodness. Yes. We've got the Empress. We've got the Ten of Cups. How can we clear your vision? How can we turn that card right side up? I think you gotta relax. Just like I told group 2, I think there needs to be some rest happening. Get comfortable. See what you have. Every time I see the Ten of Cups come out, that is my message to tell myself and others. Notice what you have. Take a look around you. Take stock. This is a good time of your life to take inventory and just ask yourself, ask the universe, whatever you like to call it. Ask the silence within. Say a little prayer that says, show me the evidence. Show me the evidence that everything is going right in my life right now. That's going to be your affirmation / prayer for the next little while, is show me the evidence. Show me that everything is taken care of, that I am taken care of, that everything is going right. So if you'll notice the Empress here, this is the only figure in the tarot that is lounging and reclining. She is my self-care diva. The Empress is here to remind you that you need to sit down. You need to allow yourself to be in receiving mode. Sit down and let life come to you. Receive what you have in this moment right now. That is your key to finding mental clarity, is to pause what you're doing, stop overworking, stop overthinking. You have a lot of thoughts. You have some patterned thinking that needs to be let go of right now, and sleep, honestly, is the best way to do it. Take a nap, and if you can't take a nap, I understand there's a lot of people that really just can't settle themselves down enough to fall asleep. In that case, mindful movement is the way to go. If there is an activity in which you can put your attention on exactly what you're doing in the moment, going for a mindful walk is great. If there's a breathing exercise that feels good for you, or a craft that you do that helps you get into a sense of flow state so your mind can get clear, so you can get back into receptive mode, that is my key. So my advice to you, if your thoughts are feeling a little muddled right now, if you're feeling a little directionless and a lack of clarity, the way to gain your clarity back is to get back into your body. Just like I told pile 1. Take a nap, take a rest. I told pile 2 this too. So, maybe this is a very universal message for everybody. Essentially, you need to find your way into receptive mode. I'm getting feminine vibes here, and if you have spent your life just trying to force things, trying to strategize and think your way through and out of situations, if you have a tendency to try and manipulate certain situations to meet your preconceived expectations, that is making you into a big ball of stress. And we need to figure out how to help you relax so you can get back into receptive mode and see everything that you have. I'm seeing that you have a very beautiful life, but you are unable to see it right now. And here's your message and reminder to take this moment right now. Close your eyes. Take a breath and tap into that sensation of your ribs expanding, your chest expanding. Hold your breath at the top. Hold it for another moment. Expel the air completely. Now open your eyes and notice something beautiful. And just whisper to yourself, show me the evidence. Show me the evidence that everything is going right, that I am taken care of, that my life is beautiful. And the truth of the matter is that in every given moment, no matter what your situation is, there is something beautiful to take away. And I know that sounds annoying to hear sometimes, but taking a moment to look for the silver lining can be quite helpful in switching yourself into receptive mode rather than forcing mode. And I just really want you to untangle the knots in your mind right now by taking a look at something that's beautiful in this very moment. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here. This one. Holy crap! Man, this is a very fortuitous time right now because every single one of these 3 readings have been quite powerful. This is the one here. Oh, isn't this sweet? Excuse me. All right, if we want to turn this card upside down, the main message is take a break, take a look at what you have, look for the beauty, ask yourself, show me the evidence. Once you're able to sit back, I think you're going to be able to tap into your intuition a little bit more, which will help clear any muddled thinking. And these cards right here are just so lovely. These cards to me speak of family, happiness, peace, just emotional security. So I think if you can do any activities that can help you feel embodied and grounded within yourself, if you can sit back and find some way to relax and rest your body, to unclench any muscles, to take a deep breath and look at something beautiful, rest your eyes on something beautiful, find a pause in the moment and a little bit of silence and space in between each thought, I think you're going to be able to view your life with a little bit more clarity and feel more emotional security. So with that being said, I'm going to give you one more message. One more card from a beautiful deck of oracle cards called the Opal Oracle cards. Swoop. This is one of my favorite decks to work with because it's so straightforward and so versatile. And I use it in almost all of my readings because it's just so straightforward and versatile. It really cuts straight to the point. Enough. You have had enough. What have you had enough of? Honor your limits and have the courage to speak them. Draw clear boundaries to honor both yourself and your life. So I think this is a very important card to supplement what I just told you. Actually, it may perhaps it's difficult for you to sit back, lounge, and get into receptive mode so you can see the beauty of your life, so you can feel emotional security and view your life more connected to your intuition to help you think more clearly. The key to all of this is drawing boundaries about like what you can carry and what you cannot carry. Draw a line so you can sit back. Perhaps you're one of those people that really does truly need to schedule rest into your daily planner. Yeah, do what you need to do to just say enough work, I'm going to sit down now. And this really does correspond and correlate to my previous readings, decks 1 and 2, which is quite interesting. The main message of the day for everybody has seemed is, hey, it's time to take a break, and it's okay to take a break. You've done enough work so far. You've done enough work. Sometimes we do need to step back from our projects in order to give the mind a break so we can view that project with a clearer lens, with a more expanded perspective to help us make decisions moving forward that are more aligned with where our heart truly wants to go. So it looks to me like the key to your clear thinking is going to be emotional security that you can glean from taking a step back and deciding, making the choice to see something beautiful in your life right now. And just get this sense that get this enough sense. You are satisfied. Maybe that can be your affirmation today. I am satisfied. I am satisfied with the work I have put in this season. I am satisfied with what I have in my life. Yeah, my wish for you, pile 3, deck 3, is to carry on with the rest of your day with a satisfied feeling. It is enough. What you have in this moment is absolutely enough to hold you. All right, my friend. I am closing this reading out with a lot of wishes for a beautiful rest of your day. You are satisfied. Love you all. Bye-bye.